I'm Dr. PJ and welcome to my channel where I talk about career and business solutions. Today's topic is under the business solutions category. It came up about a couple months ago when I was a featured speaker on a webinar, and I was talking about how to pivot your business during this pandemic. And the question came up about a SWOT analysis and what was it? So that is our topic for today. What is a SWOT analysis? SWOT analysis stands for SWOT, strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. And really what a SWOT analysis is mainly used in the strategic planning phase of any level of your business, whether it's the big picture or we're looking at a particular project, or like I mentioned earlier, if you're thinking about pivoting in any way, regardless of what's happening. So what a SWOT analysis does, it really helps you to make better decisions on how to move forward with your business or with a particular project. So think about navigating, identifying new markets. Also, you want to think about giving you solutions. A SWOT analysis can give you solutions and also provide greater direction. So let's get into it. What is a SWOT analysis? SWOT analysis, we start with our strengths. So keep in mind that when we talk about our strengths and our weaknesses, we're talking about the internal factors, the internal analysis. So our strengths, when you begin to record your strengths in a SWOT analysis, think about your competitive advantage, the strong aspects that you have with your in your business, and the complements. So what do you do better than other folks do? What do you do better than your competitors? What are some of the strong points about your business? Think about your customer service. How does that make you stand out above the competitors? What complements? So think about the compliments that you get from your customers or from your vendors or from your partners. These are all of your strengths, and that's what you want to build upon. Our weaknesses. Think about your competitive disadvantages. Under weaknesses, you're listing the gaps in your business, the areas where you need to improve, need to develop. Also, you're considering the complaints that you may have gotten. So, and this is where you really want to be honest and candid with yourself. What have customers told you that they wish that you had and maybe you haven't? And you also want to look at your staff and your customer service availability and ability to get things to your customers in a timely manner. Either one of those can be strengths or weaknesses depending on your business. So altogether, your strengths is what you want to build upon, and your weaknesses are where you want to identify the areas that you need improvement. That's the internal analysis of the SWOT analysis. Then we move on to the external analysis, the outside factors affecting your business or that could affect the project that you're doing this SWOT analysis for. When we talk about opportunities, think about uncharted areas, list trends that are going on, social patterns. Also, you want to consider your strengths and your weaknesses. And when I say that, sometimes there are opportunities. There's always going to be opportunities, but just because there is an opportunity does not mean that that is an opportunity for your business. And so, or for the project that you're doing this analysis for. So when you begin to consider consider your strengths and your weaknesses, what you're able to do internally, that will help you to understand if this particular thing is an opportunity for you. So that's where you really begin to list your opportunities. Where can we go? Where can we find areas where we can take advantage of and improve? And it could be adding more products, adding more services, or it could be just really thinking about something or a market that you have not targeted, that you already have the ability to take advantage of, to the ability to serve, but you just haven't tapped into that. And then lastly are your threats. This is where you're listing the negative market fluctuations that can happen, the obstacles or barriers that will stop you from doing your business or would hinder your operations or your income. Think about what are your competitors doing and they're succeeding in that you're not doing. Also, there's always the unknown and uncontrollable things like natural disasters, like a pandemic, or even something that can come and affect your particular product or service that you may not have thought about, So just like there's a change where everything is pretty much needs to be accessible online for you to survive during this time, that was something that was unknown and something you could not control. So when you're thinking about your threats, begin to list anything that could come and hinder your business. And also, again, consider your strengths and weaknesses when you're talking about your threats and you're listing them. Because ultimately, what your threats in this analysis should tell you from your threats, here are some areas that I need to minimize or eliminate. When we say minimize or eliminate, you can't eliminate, for instance, a natural disaster or a tornado, a storm, or something that could, knock out the power of your business or really literally shut your business down. You can't minimize that. You can't eliminate that because that's out of your control. But you can build your business, you can improve your business, or search for a different project or manage a product that will minimize any type of threat that may come towards your business. So it will minimize that threat and that effect that threat will have on your business. So this slide right here, I want to show you exactly what a SWOT analysis looks like, and I'm going to show you in the next slide. But what I want you to think about, and this is what I shared with business owners, anytime you're doing a SWOT analysis, you might want to do one of yourself as a small business owner first to help you understand where you're at before you start making a SWOT analysis for the big picture or a particular project. As a business owner, what are your strengths? What are you flexible at? What are you resilient at when it comes to the business? Are you flexible? Your weaknesses, are there areas where you're inflexible at? And some things, it could be your personality, it could be your business, it could be what you're able to provide because maybe you don't have the funds to grow or to add a new product to your product line. But you need to be able to identify the areas and the gaps that you have and your weaknesses as a small business owner, what you're able to do, as well as identify your opportunities. Where are you able to pivot that will make you multidimensional? And then when we talk about threats, that could be any and everything. So doing this first, and this is what I shared with the presentation that I mentioned to you earlier, where the question came up, what is a SWOT analysis? I was talking to them about being in pivot mode. How do you pivot your business? And I encouraged them to do a SWOT analysis and to look at these particular points under each of these areas and to identify. So this is one way that you can do your SWOT analysis, but I definitely encourage you to do that as far as how can you pivot if something were to happen. And as a business owner, look at it from your aspect and what you're able to give and able to provide, and really analyze yourself as a small business owner. And so when we look at a full blown out SWOT analysis, this is what we're looking at. This is a great example. This is of Starbucks, and you can see their objective up here at the top and how they built out their strengths and weaknesses. See, they just have bullet points, and they're really being open and honest. Their strengths, they know they have high quality products and service. We know, right? Because the price matches the quality that they claim, as well as they know they have store locations that can draw an evening crowd. They have strong relationships. Those are all strengths that you can use and hopefully this chart will encourage you and kind of help you to think of things to build out your SWOT analysis. Things they list as their weaknesses: natural disasters can affect their supply, which means they may not be ready. They may not be, that's an area, a weak point for them to recover, to be able to have the supply that they need to service their customers, and that they're dependent on the relationships with their suppliers. That's a weakness. And the opportunities they have, I like here how they have expanded international operating segment. That is a huge thing that's going on now. A lot of businesses, if you're not able to get your product or service out, or maybe you've reached saturation in your market, think about global markets. We're so set up right now with everything being electronic and technology. There's opportunities globally. Consider those, when you're thinking about your opportunities and also your threats. And here's one, the top one right here, they have new health studies on impact of sugar, right? If a health study comes back and said that sugar is so negative, it could cause this, that, and the other. It might influence the purchase decisions of their customers, and that can be a threat to their operations, a threat to their income, a threat to their revenue. So again, this will give you an idea of how to build out your strengths, your weaknesses, your opportunities and threats as a business owner and for your business or any particular project that you have. So what I want you to remember is when you're developing a SWOT analysis, first thing to do is decide on the key objective for your SWOT analysis. Are you looking at the big picture? If you're looking at the big picture, then write that down, because that helps you to really focus on the strengths, the weaknesses, the opportunities and threats if you're looking at the big picture, just like the previous slide just showed with Starbucks. If you're just rolling out one project, you need to put that. Our key objective is for this SWOT analysis is determining if we want to sell hamburgers. Whatever it may be, you want to make that key objective to make sure that you're actually focusing your SWOT analysis on the right thing and you're staying focused and not deviating to other subjects. 2, provide brief bullet points under each category. You saw how that was on the Starbucks SWOT analysis. You don't need long paragraphs, just get to the point. Also consider feedback from others. Ask your staff, your partners, your customers. They are great resources to identify areas of strengths and weaknesses and opportunities and threats that you may not think about, especially your strengths and weaknesses. The folks that you work with and see on a daily basis and your customers can really provide pivotal information to help you to understand that and to help you to understand whether this project that you're doing the analysis for is even worth it, you know? Number 4 is make sure you keep your core objectives in mind. Don't ever forget your mission of your business. I see so many times business owners start to do new things and they go so far from their mission, and that only causes confusion on the parts of the staff, the customers. Stay true to who you are, but it's okay to expand, but just make sure that wherever you're expanding, whatever projects that are coming up, whatever you're revisiting, you want to make sure that direction that you're trying to go, that you're doing it strategically and in line with your core objectives of your business. And lastly, be honest and realistic in the completion of your analysis. This is to help your business to grow, to help you get in the right direction of what you're trying to do, to give you the answers and the solutions that you need to grow your business or to really analyze what's going on. So be honest, be realistic, especially about those weaknesses. I know sometimes it's hard to admit what you're weak in, but you have to admit it so that that's the only way that you can really get the true solutions and to grow. So I hope this information was helpful to you. It just covered the basics of completing and really starting your SWOT analysis. If you remember to subscribe to this channel to get the latest updates on career and business solutions. If you would like to have me cover a particular topic, definitely reach out to me. I love suggestions and I will definitely do it. As well as if you are ever in need of career or business solutions, consulting and or coaching, please reach out to me. You have my information right there on the slide, as well as connect with me on social media to see the new things that I'm getting into and the information that I have to share with you and other things that can help you in your career and your business. Thank you so much, and I look forward to checking in with you and hearing the great things and being your career and business solutions provider.